Welcome back to our third and final segment of this week's edition of Coach's Corner on ColumbusNewsTeam.com. Our marquee segment for our game of the week, which will be Lakeview against Wayne. Kurt Frenzen, Lakeview head coach, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, we're really excited to get going this week after getting a win last week against Kearney Catholic. Provides another opportunity for us to get back in the win column and hopefully get our season to 500 this next week.
Well, Coach, 1-2, we talked about it on your segment last week on the show. You get that win against Kearney Catholic, a team that went to the semifinals. You say this really could be sort of the catalyst that gets this season going as you make a playoff push. What went on in that game? What did you like? It appeared you played a complete game against a good team.
Yeah, the first two games we just couldn't put it together on both sides of the ball and in special teams, and we fell against Kearney Catholic. We had big plays in all three phases. The big thing for us was that on defense, I felt like we played all night long downhill and we really got into people. And you can see here just the pursuit of the football started early for us, and Connor Werdeman and Trey Shanks were around the ball a lot that night. Jack Reed came in as a sophomore and played some good ball for us, got some things going, but Trey Shanks was another big play for us defensively. Kearney Catholic has a really good sophomore quarterback, and he can throw it around, but we had great defense in the secondary like that from Chase Lindbergh. Then again up front we had solid performance out of our interior linemen, a defensive tackle Noah Duncan and Zach Kobza. So just really good solid performance. Dylan Johnson came out and read really well, and Austin Foltz, huge night receiving for us. I think he had 7 receptions for 120-some yards, and Chase Lindbergh's always a threat on the edge, and then also with Trent Roth. Trent Roth had a huge night, had over 140 yards of rushing yards for us, and just really came through. Nice play there that you saw by DJ getting the read and going to Austin Foltz. And our first score came on Trent Roth right here from over 20 yards out. Just a good tough run around the right side. And Trent did a great job. We had some great perimeter blocking as well. We were tough in the red zone all night long and made them earn a lot of things. And then on the other side of that, we were able to move the ball down in the red zone and get points. That catch right there by Austin, pass by DJ, set us up for an end of the half field goal. And then we came back through and just big hits all night long, just like that one from Jordan Jansen. Then again, went back to Trent Roth on some jet plays, and he just did a great job. He's a great reader. When he runs the ball, he can really find seams and get through on it. Huge play for us on special teams right here by Juan Valdivia. We had stripped by Jared Blaza and I believe Dakota Prorock, and then Juan Valdivia came up with a big fumble recovery. Then again, as a common theme that night, Dylan Johnson to Austin Foltz for the touchdown. Kearney Catholic, tried to come back and get some things done. We just continue to keep answering on defense and have big plays all night long. Austin Foltz, Nolan Duncan, again, big plays for us. And then at the end of the game, this is our go-ahead score. Unbelievable run by Trey Shanks. They kind of had him bottled up, and he broke 3 or 4 tackles. The end zone view was amazing on that. So just a great effort by him, and get the lead back. And then they came back on the ensuing kickoff and returned it deep into our territory. We had to have a goal line stand to keep them out. But I was really happy with how our kids responded. But again, in all three phases.
What does that do for your team? You're telling them week 1, week 2, we're a good enough team to do this, and then they finally see that translate on the field.
Yeah, we're a good football team. We're good all the way across the board. And we're not great in one area. I don't think our special teams are great. I don't think our defense is great yet. I don't think our offense is great yet. We have potential to get there, but we're going to have to play extremely well to get in a great area. Our athletes are good athletes. We have very good athletes. I don't know if we have anybody that's great. We don't have D1 prospects running around. But we're a good enough football team. When we put it all together and we're all going the same direction, that includes coaches and players and trainers and parents and everything else, we can play with anybody in the state, and not only play with them, we feel like we can beat them.
And I was talking to you, looking forward now to Wayne and who you have this week. What do you expect to see from Wayne? And again, practice, with that confidence boost, with that win under their belt, heading into another big game against a good Wayne team.
Well, it's our homecoming this week, so obviously there are always concerns about where their focus has been, but I feel like our focus has been pretty good. I think they've approached it well. It's just another week. There'll be a dance on Saturday night. We're going to crown a king and queen on after the game on Friday, but up until the end of that game on Friday, it's just another week for us. And so I've been pleased with where their focus has been.
And what do the Blue Devils bring, scouting report-wise? Who do you need to key on or look out for offensively and defensively?
Well, first and foremost, offensively, there's a sophomore quarterback that's very dangerous. He throws the ball really well, and he's very loose. If we don't stay in our pass rush quadrants, he's going to get loose on us and make us pay. I wouldn't call him, a 4-flat 40 guy or anything like that, but he's fast, and definitely you can tell he's under 5 flat, and he's elusive in space. So we're going to have to keep him bottled up the best we can and get some heat on him when we can. We're going to have to get some turnovers. We got to get plus in turnover ratio. That was a big part of the game that we haven't talked about yet against Kearney Catholic. They were plus 2 or 3 in a turnover ratio last week. We're going to have to get to that again. So defensively, they're not fancy, but what they do, I think they do extremely well. Coach has done a great job of really, hey, this is our identity, this is who we're going to be, and we're going to be really good at it. And with a little luck, they would have been 3-0 right now. Offensively, we got to continue what we've done the last 2 weeks, and actually probably about the last 7 quarters. You take the first quarter out against Boone, and boy, we've looked pretty good on offense. We've moved the ball against some really good defenses. We've taken care of the football. We've had hustle plays. We're blocking downfield. We're turning out first downs. We're not just living, dying on the big play. We're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, and then by the fourth quarter, those are turning into bigger gains. We got to continue to do that. Continue to develop depth in the offensive line we have. Right now, I would consider our offense a running back by committee. At our H spot, Trent Roth starts and Chase Lindbergh rotates in for him. Those two are doing a great job sharing the wealth and really being good teammates. Trey Shanks and Jordan Jansen are rotating at fullback. So by committee, those 4 guys, I just feel good about the spot they're in, and then I think our receiving core is improving every week. Special teams, we need to score on special teams. We either need to get field goals or we need to get an explosive play and return game or get a turnover at some point in time. If we can do those things, we're going to be happy on our homecoming night and again, get to that 500 mark will be huge at this point in the season.
All right, Coach. Well, Friday night, homecoming. Very much looking forward to broadcasting that game and hopefully another Lakeview win.
It's always a great atmosphere for homecoming, but get the game televised like this and have you guys out there adds a little something extra to it. You guys do a great job with the telecast, and I know our community members really appreciate all that you do.
That's Coach Kurt Frenzen for the Lakeview Vikings. Homecoming game on Friday night on ColumbusNewsTeam.com. The Vikings hosting Wayne, looking for a big game under the Friday night lights. That wraps up this week's edition of Coach's Corner here on ColumbusNewsTeam.com. I'm Brandon Axmit. We'll catch you next week.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price. Plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We're obviously a locally owned bank, but we're also a bank that's very involved.
The most important thing is when you walk in the front door, everybody knows your first name. We are small town banking with all the modern conveniences.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Welcome to Columbus, Nebraska and Lakeview High School for high school football action between the Lakeview Vikings and the Wayne Blue Devils. Thank you so much for joining us here on the ColumbusNewsTeam.com as well as News Channel Nebraska 35 for our broadcast as the Blue Devils come to Columbus to take on the Vikings. Now both teams are sitting at 1-2, vying to get back to 500 with a win here tonight. Lakeview actually coming off a win over number 10 Kearney Catholic there last week. They're looking to carry that momentum into Friday. As for Wayne, they're also coming off a win, and they want to keep their momentum going. Right now, we're going to take a look at the key players for both of these teams, starting with the Blue Devils. I am going with a lineman who is just a havoc wreaker on the offensive and defensive line, and he is Skylar Schwiers. He is a beast, basically waiting to be unleashed. He's a senior that plays on both sides of the ball, but what makes him so dangerous is he is fast and athletic for his big 210-pound body. He has an astounding 8 tackles for a loss, almost doubling the second-place leader on the Blue Devils. He is going to be a force on the defensive end. Now for Lakeview, Dylan Johnson, the quarterback, is going to be a man who's going to have to be looking out for Schwiers. He's the key player for the Vikings. He is a dual-threat quarterback in his senior year. He's coming off a great performance against Kearney Catholic. Ran for 111 yards and also threw for 153 yards as well as a touchdown, so he can do it both with his legs and with his arm. Coach Frenzen says he has the potential to be the first quarterback in Lakeview history to throw and rush for 1,000 yards in a season. He'll need to have a big game tonight. Now speaking of head coach Kurt Frenzen, we'll hear from him now as he's with Grant Otten.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm here with Coach Frenzen. Coach, it's a little bit different than you've seen so far. Is there anything special on offense you guys are planning this week?
No, we just want to get better at what we do. We're throwing a bunch of different plays and combine that we're seeing a different front, and it's a recipe for disaster. So we're just focusing on us and trying to get better at what we do, and if we do that, we feel good about our offense being able to move the ball.
You guys came off a great win this last week. What's kind of the feeling been at practice? Is everybody pretty hyped up?
Really good. I think the Vikings been as good as I've seen it in a couple years, to be honest with you. They're pretty excited to get going. They got a tough challenge. We talked about that pregame. This is going to be a tough game. We got to go out and execute in all 3 phases. If we do that, we're going to be in good shape.
Defensively, what's the outlook for this game? What do you guys need to do to be successful?
Well, we need to get some turnovers. The quarterback's dangerous. We need to contain him. If we get turnovers, contain their quarterback. Don't give up the big play. I think our defense is successful.
All right, Coach. Good luck out there. Brandon, back to you.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price. Plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus. Or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Wake up in your first home. Wake up in a home you've made a bit bigger. Wake up in a home with a new address. Wake up in a home that doesn't even have an address. As your life evolves, your dream home evolves too, and protecting it takes committed support. At American Family Insurance, we support your dreams.
In Columbus, see American Family Agent Roger Iwanski.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge stock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Welcome to Columbus Tire and Service in historic downtown Columbus. We as a team never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. We're authorized dealers for Goodyear, Hankook, and Falcon, but we can get you any vehicle tire you want. We offer full automotive repair by 4 qualified, experienced technicians. We are a qualified farm tire dealer, and we offer 24-hour on-the-farm tire service. Request service, shop for tires, or request a quote at columbustireandservice.com, or give us a call to set an appointment, 402-564-6229.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We're obviously a locally owned bank, but we're also a bank that's very involved.
The most important thing is when you walk in the front door, everybody knows your first name. We are small town banking with all the modern conveniences.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Life is about doing those things we love. And when something happens, you risk that connection to those things. It's about the path you follow to recovery, to return to those things that bring a smile to your face. When it comes to physical, occupational, and speech therapy, rely on the experts who combine compassion with excellence in rehabilitative services. The path of personalized, comprehensive, and innovative care to get you where you want to go is at Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in making a difference.
And welcome to high school football action on Friday as the Vikings elect to receive, and they're going to start things just past the 30-yard line. Grant is with me. It is homecoming night, and the Vikings and the Blue Devils both looking for win number 2.
Yeah, very exciting game to watch. It's blue on blue, so you can't really go wrong with the colors we're wearing up here in the booth, but very excited for this matchup. We've talked about this a little bit before the game. This quarterback matchup is absolutely fantastic. You got Dylan Johnson on one side, then flip over to the other side, you got Bo Bowers, who is just a mirror image and younger version of the man himself, Dylan Johnson.
And first down, the pass goes to the right for a little swing pass. And a short gain on the play by number 13, Tate Jansen.
Yeah, nice block by Fultz there on the outside. If you can hold that one just a hair longer, I think they can get down the field a little bit farther, but can always never be unsatisfied with a 6-yard play.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Dylan Johnson, the player we highlighted in the pregame. Dual threat quarterback in his senior year, coming off a great performance against Kearney Catholic and the Stars just a week ago, and he seems to be on point tonight as he now connects with Trent Roth for a first down.
Nice job by Roth to get right over top of those middle backers and just underneath those outside defenders to open up on that short slant route, and first down for the Lakeview Vikings, now at the 44-yard line. 45, excuse me.
Fresh set of downs for the Vikings. 2 stacked receivers on both the right and the left sides for Lakeview. Wayne running a 5-man front on defense. Dylan Johnson runs the option. He's going to keep it himself and has some room to run. He has a first down and then some as he gets into Blue Devil territory. And Grant seeing why he ran for over 100 yards last week.
Fantastic job by those right side linemen to cut that edge off and give Dylan Johnson room to run. He tucks it up under the backer who comes a little too fast to the outside, and you're absolutely right. There's a reason this kid is rushing, well, leading rusher for Lakeview right now.
17 yards on that carry. And another fresh set of downs. Trey Shanks, the lone back. And there's the option again. Dylan Johnson keeps it. This time the Blue Devil defense has an answer.
Yeah, very nice job by Drew Davey to kind of sit back and, not make the same mistake twice as they did on the other side. He sat back to wait and see what Dylan Johnson did. His other backer was able to go and cover up that running back, Trey Shanks. So nice play on the defense there.
Vikings like to run that spread option offense. Imagine that. Now here's the bubble screen, and just a little bit too high, goes off the hands of Jansen.
Jansen, a guy we're going to see quite a bit on the defensive side of the ball. He's the leading tackler for the Lakeview Vikings, so I can expect we'll be calling his name a little bit more tonight.
One of 5 players who goes both ways for Lakeview. Not uncommon at the high school level, especially when you have athletes in Class C1. You want to have them on the field as much as possible. Dylan Johnson gets flushed out of the pocket and scrambles for a gain of about 7. He gets close to another first down, but not quite enough.
I assume that was probably just the receivers running off there. It's kind of hard to tell what happened with the line there. It looked like it might have broken down, but he was able to get forward for a few yards, and they're going to go for this 4th down.
At 4th and 3 officially. Looks like they try to get the Blue Devils to jump off sides. No luck, and timeout Coach Frenzen as he wants some more time to decide what to do. Coach Frenzen in his 15th year at the helm for Lakeview.
Tate Jansen's kicked a 37-yard field goal before, so you are, I'm not sure how long, we didn't see the field goal, so I'm not sure how far he made that one by, but, they could be in, it's going to be long, but they could be in field goal territory here, so it'll be interesting to see what they come out with.
Ball is officially on the 30. Homecoming night for the Vikings. As you see, the stands are full. So after the timeout, Vikings still going to go for it. 4th and 3, 9:32 to go. Another option look. Dylan Johnson keeps it himself. It's going to be close. Depending on where they spot it, appears that he has enough.
Just kind of first take off that play. Nice job by Connor Werdeman on that outside there to kind of lead block up on that edge. And they are going to measure this one, but thanks to him, it looks like they may have had enough. And, of course, Dylan Johnson, a fantastic job of carrying the defenders enough yards to potentially get a first down, and it will be short though, not quite enough. It'll be Wayne High School Blue Devils ball as they head back this opposite way. And we talked a little bit about the defense so far. We got Jansen's the leading tackler and Trey Shanks just right behind him, so a pretty strong linebacking core there. We'll see what these guys can do today. Wayne, that young quarterback, and Bo Bowers, and we'll see what he comes out and do. He is a dual threat quarterback just like Dylan Johnson.
Big momentum boost for the Blue Devils. Bowers, just a sophomore, hands it off on the first attempt. Lakeview defense showing they're up for the task. That handoff goes to Tyler Pacina, the leading rusher for the Blue Devils on the year.
And Jordan Jansen in there on the tackle, the guy we kind of already mentioned. Great job by him to fill that hole. The Wayne offensive line did a good job of moving their defenders downfield and kind of opening up a hole, but Jordan Jansen just kind of read that play perfectly and was able to get into that C gap and make a tackle.
2nd and 10. This time Bowers going to roll out to the right. Hits his receiver on the far side. That's enough for a first down, and that is Peyton Gamble, who is still going and gets into Viking territory. Gain of 20 plus.
Peyton Gamble just a fantastic job on the outside there as he just opened up with that quick out route. And just one move later, they're moving downfield and almost across the other side. They're on the 44 right now, but fantastic job getting downfield.
Officially a gain of 18. 1st and 10 again. Run up the middle to Pacina. Again, Pacina not a lot of luck.
Yeah, Pacina did a nice job of them to open up that hole, but once again, those Lakeview defenders got in there and made contact almost instantly. It was a gain of about 3 yards, it looks like, so it would be about 2nd and 7. Linebackers very active so far for this Lakeview defense.
Talking to Coach Kurt Frenzen after those first 2 weeks, they had a good defensive game week 1, a good offensive game week 2, and they put it all together week 3, which they're hoping to do again after there is another nice run by a Blue Devil player. This time, pounding forward for the yardage is none other than number 38, Drew Davey, backwards.
Yeah, the quick little fullback handoff, and now they're looking at a 3rd and short. Drew Davey just went up right down the middle, right down that A gap, and carried a few defenders with him as he went downfield. So nice job to get about 4 yards on that play as they're looking at about a 3rd and 3.
7:40 remaining in the opening period. First drive for Wayne as they come down to Columbus, and there's going to be an offsides or neutral zone infraction, I guess I should say, on the Vikings.
Looks like it's going to be on Zach Kobza, I think. I'll have to, kind of hard to see.
Marching that one off will give the Blue Devils another first down. Just across the 45 on the 44. There you see head coach Kurt Frenzen in his 15th season. Coming off a 2-7 performance in 2014. Looking to improve on that here, and a quick bubble screen to the Blue Devils to the far side. Gets enough for a first down and then some. Nifty moves by the Blue Devil receiver.
And Grayson McBride with the absolutely fantastic block there on the edge to spring that long play by number 31. I think that was Tyler Pacino. But a fantastic job to spring that block and get him downfield for a first down as they move into red zone territory here.
Pacina showing he can both be a running and receiving threat. About the exact same play, this time on the opposite side, and there's going to be a touchdown. Big play by Peyton Gamble.
And you got to give credit to Ryan Jackson there for setting that play up on the outside as Peyton Gamble was able to just cut back with ease and run in for 6 points.
And how about that, Grant? It was just about the same play, just flip-flopped, and Lakeview Vikings did not respond properly and get burnt for it there. 6-0. Blue Devils looking to make it 7. Flag on the play, but it did go through the uprights. See what the call is here.
Oh, Trish yanks it. Oh, close. From the 30-yard line to the 1-yard line, I think. It's on the, hold up, it's on the 4-yard line, yeah.
Went from the 30 to the 4.
Oh, stuff. 5-yard loss, 4-yard loss.
No, I'm not. I'm just going. Okay. Is there no way to go live
What's that?
There are bugs surrounding me, so if I'm doing bad, I'm so sorry.
No, Mike's not. You see his exit for the back up and I'm not sure what grade we will. And I think we will when we saw cars last night. But I heard sixth, so So you're still recording at least getting footage that you can use for Flippy Corner right now? Hey Dan, so I guess we had a love there and said we were just kind of screwed. Is that what you were saying? Okay. Alright, well, I'll just talk to you later. Thanks for joining us. Alright, alright. Okay. Alright. No, it was
Down 9 for the Blue Devils. And that brings the first quarter to a close. The score after one, Lakeview 3, Wayne 7. The good stuff. Down and 9 for the Blue Devils from the Vikings 30-yard line. Back to number 71, Connor Woodman. First down, Blue Devils. Number 4, Grayson McBride, hit immediately by number 20, Trey Shanks. Lost 3 on the play, brings up second down and 13 for the Blue Devils on the Vikings 34-yard line.
And thank you for joining us on ColumbusNewsTeam.com. Second quarter, 7-3. Lakeview trailing Wayne as Wayne is threatening to score again. Quarterback Bowers shows that he can run and gets near a first down on a 3rd and 13 situation with just under 11 minutes to play in this opening half of our featured game of the week.
Yeah, great job working around the offense there. The line kind of broke down a hair, but showing again that he does have the feet to move around and get upfield. They're looking at about a 4th and 3, so we'll see if they go for it or kick a field goal here. They are huddled up as if they're going to go for it, but we'll see what happens.
Vikings in the first quarter were in a similar situation about this spot on the field. They went for it on 4th down. The Blue Devil defense stood strong. We'll see if they have luck on the defensive end now. 4th and 3, officially handoff up the middle. There's a first down and then some. Make it a touchdown. Number 31 for the Blue Devils. Again, Tyler Pacina. We've called his name a few times tonight.
Pacina, fantastic job running up the middle there and just bulldozing people on his way to the end zone to put up 6 more points and increase this lead to 2 scores.
So 13-3 deficit back to 10, or up to 10, 10-14 remaining in this opening half. Pacina, the leading rusher coming into this contest with 182 yards and 1 touchdown prior. He now has 2. And with that extra point, the lead is now 11 for Wayne. And the Vikings have to answer.
And Shanks alongside Chase Limburg getting in the backfield there around that left side edge, bringing some pressure and almost getting a block in on that field goal, but they got that one up and away. And good for that extra point. Now, Lakeview will have a chance to rebuttal here. We'll see what they do as they come out here and return this one.
Got to be nice, Grant. On a 4th down situation, you don't only pick it up, but get a first down, or a touchdown, excuse me. Coach Bear has to be happy about that.
Yeah, you definitely aren't going to hear him complaining there over on the sideline. Pacina, just a fantastic job, and credit those O-linemen as well. You got Lathan Ellis alongside Jason Davis, Mikey Rees, Skylar Schweers, and Cole Koenig, I think. But nice job up front by that line, and then Tyler Pacina, just a fantastic job getting through there and making his own room as he bulldozes Lakeview defenders and gets in there for 6.
Blue Devils kick it off to the Vikings. And a big return there, getting out near half field. Fans wanting a horse collar, and late flag finally comes in, and you hear the cheers.
Nice job, by the way. I think that was number 40. It was 44. Might have been Owen Frenderis out there, but nice job by the returner to kind of weave in and out and get down that sideline before that horse collar call. Now Lakeview starting in great position to start this drive as they're already starting off in Wayne territory.
The boost the Vikings need perhaps as they look to get back into this and cut the deficit before halftime. Plenty of time to do it. Both these teams looking to get back to 500 on the year, both sitting at 1-2, both coming off a win last week. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Wayne. Trent Roth in motion, hands off to Roth on the jet sweep. Gets a little room on the outside, gain of 6.
Almost like it looked like the lineman did kind of a right step down and hook method as it kind of let some of those defenders got through into the backfield pretty quickly, but Roth able to kind of sneak through there, and nice job by Dylan Johnson getting the play fake and opening that one up.
Lakeview not a lot doing there as quarterback Dylan Johnson wrapped up by the Blue Devil defense.
You can see what he was going for there with the tuck there, but unfortunately for him, the defender just did not quite fall for it all the way and was able to get a hand in there and slow him down enough for more defenders to kind of come in and finish him off.
Brings up 3rd and 5, 9:15 to go in this second quarter. Trey Shanks, the lone back behind Johnson. Johnson, no step back, hits his receiver for a first down and then some. Nicholas Dolzal tackled near the 15-yard line, and that'll move the sticks.
Yeah, great hook route by Dolzal to kind of work upfield into the outside of that defender's hips and then come back and just get that ball, and then one move later he's downfield for a first and, about 15 or 20 to go to an end zone, and a good answer.
Gain of 17 by Dolzal. Read option, and Dylan Johnson nowhere to go.
And 58, Skylar Schweer's in there with the tackle. Did a great job of reading those two as he kind of stopped Roth and Dylan Johnson at the same time. Not really any room for either of those two guys to run.
Talked about Schweer in the pregame, 210, very fast and athletic, 8 tackles for loss coming into this game, causing problems for this Lakeview offense. 8:19 to go and counting, 2nd and 10 now from the 21-yard line. No backs for the Vikings. Johnson takes the snap and hits his favorite receiver. Amazing grab by 88 Austin Foltz on that one.
Very smooth, kind of little short tight end kick out route there. Just right up the middle, and the nice little turnaround catch by Foltz to snag that one down and put Lakeview in really fantastic scoring position.
Pretty nimble and agile, if you will, for a tight end. This time, Dylan Johnson may keep it himself. No one's turning around. He beats the linebacker, falls in for a touchdown.
And Dylan Johnson, you got to credit Tyler Pacina there for coming out of the backfield. It looked like nobody was going to come and get him and make some contact there at about the 5-yard line, but Dylan Johnson just kind of hop and skips as that pass protection kind of broke down, and those receivers were heavily guarded by those Wayne High defenders, but he just kind of hopped into the end zone, and now we are back to a 1-score game, assuming, and that will go through, and we'll look at about 4-point game here as we move into just under 8 minutes in this second quarter.
7:50 to go, and extra point is tacked on. 14-10 the score. Glad you're with us here on ColumbusNewsTeam.com. Homecoming night for the Vikings. They would love nothing more than to grab a win. These teams don't have a storied history, Grant, if you will. They've played each other just 3 times since 2003. Lakeview winning both in 2012 and 2013. But the Blue Devils did get the better of the Vikings last year. Series is at 2-1, Lakeview leading.
Well, looking at these two teams right now, I mean, it's hard to ask for a more evenly matched group of players on both sides of the ball. Their quarterbacks about mirror each other in ability. Bo Bowers is a little bit younger than Dylan Johnson, but still a very similar type of quarterback, and we'll see a lot. We'll hear a lot from him as he progresses through his couple of years left, because he is just a sophomore in Bo Bowers. But Dylan Johnson really doing a good job this year at the quarterback position, opening up the run, and as we've just seen, able to toss it around a little bit too.
Vikings kicking things off from the 40. It's a low kick. Bounces, and Blue Devils in some trouble here. They field it right in front of the goal line, and Brought down at the 16. That could have been a lot worse for the Blue Devils, but nifty little return by Mason Lee.
Yeah, nice job by Lee. I mean, that ball looked like they caught it about the 2-yard line once it was done rolling, but Lee did a good job of cutting right up that hole, and a couple Lakeview defenders slipped on the outside there, and he's able to get it back to the 18-yard line as they start this drive.
Wayne will start from the 18-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Pacina. He is stuffed by the Vikings after a gain of 1.
Yeah, Shanks getting in the backfield there, originally making contact, but Pacina able to spin off there on that right side, just outside the guard, and get upfield for about 3 yards before finally being brought down.
Shanks, an obvious presence on the offensive end, but also gets it done on defense, leading the Vikings with 3 sacks this season thus far. 2nd and 7 officially. Quick bubble screen. The Blue Devils like that play, gets near another first down.
Shanks again back on the tackle, and Pacina, those two are going to be meeting quite often this game, and they have been meeting quite often already this half. But nice job by Pacina to get around on that outside edge and follow the tail end of his blockers and get upfield for a 3rd and 1.
Another short run up the middle. Believes going to bring up a 4th and short situation, Grant.
Yeah, Latham Ellis and Drew Davey kind of leading the way there, and we'll see how they mark this. They're going to call this a first down. But Davey and Ellis kind of making room for Pacina to get that first down there, so he didn't have to do much work. He kind of just followed them, and once that blocking was done, he ended up getting tackled, but enough for a first down.
Ball on the 29-yard line, 6:25 to go. And defensive effort by Shanks. That is sack number 4. The Blue Devils tried to do some trickery, but the trickery did not work.
And that looked like it was another one of those bubble screens that kind of just broke down. A Lakeview defender got in there in the backfield right away. I think it might have been Tate Jansen on the left side there kind of breaking that play up before it even started. And Shanks took advantage and got in that backfield. And I'm not sure Bo Bowers really knew what was coming for him.
Bowers going to try to pass again. This time hits his receiver, gets a foot in, gets both actually. Nice effort there by Peyton Gamble.
Yeah, good job. A little over-the-top pass. Bo Bowers getting the better of Trey Shanks that time. He was kind of playing the middle, trying to prevent him from any run. But nobody, unfortunately, for Lakeview in that about 5 to 6 yard range to guard that one off by Peyton Gamble. Nice catch by him to bring that one down.
So 3rd and 4 for Wayne. Bowers rolling out to the left, has some pressure. He looks for one down the middle. Great composure, but not able to haul it in. Big play by the cornerback for Lakeview to knock that one out. Tate Jansen.
Yeah, Tate Jansen again on the play, coming in there, and a fantastic hit. Trey Shanks over top, and I've been calling his name about every time this play. And if he wouldn't have got rid of that one, Connor Werdeman was coming around the backside there, and he was looking for a sack. He was kind of making sure Bo Bowers didn't get out and do anything too fancy, but nice job by that Lakeview defense.
So punt upcoming for the Blue Devils. And the Vikings are going to take a timeout.
I'm not sure he wanted that timeout. It looks like they might have had a little confusion there on, I don't know, possibly some personnel. Somebody was in and wasn't supposed to be, but they're going to make a substitution there again. It's number 54, Alex Vokes, goes into the huddle. Might be Vex. Alex, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but Chase Lindbergh back on the deep side of the return. Drew Schad just a little, about 9 to 10 yards ahead of him.
So 4th and 4 after the timeout. Blue Devils going to punt it. It's a high one. Fair caught at about the 37.
Drew Shad with the fair catch there and about the, like you said, the 37. And the Vikings will come out here, and Dylan Johnson will try to lead these guys back to another score before halftime here. About 5:33 left on the clock.
So what you wanted if you're the Vikings, you go down, score with Dylan Johnson, then force a punt. Have a chance to potentially take the lead here. 5:33 to go. Ball on the Viking 37. Trent Roth goes in motion. Johnson rolls out to the right and hits his receiver in Roth, and Roth gets near a first down.
Nice job by Roth to kind of work across the field of play there and work across the defense as he gets open, and they're going to mark this one first down.
So 5:05 after the chains are moved. Trent Roth again in motion, fakes the handoff. Dylan Johnson going up the middle and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Second and 10. 4:35. Johnson looking to the sidelines. Roth again in motion. Fakes the handoff. Johnson again up the middle, and Johnson again a short gain.
Good fake, but once again, number 63 for Wayne, Mike Rees getting in the backfield, and he read that one perfectly as he gets the tackle and wraps Johnson up. And now Lakeview looking at a 3rd and long.
Third and 8 from the 49. Swing pass to Shanks. Good block on the outside by Roth. Shanks gets near a first down. He's pushed towards the sideline, and we'll see where they spot him. Grant, I think it's going to be short by maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 2 here. Nice move by Shanks on the outside there to kind of open himself up for a couple more yards. It looks like they are going to go for this. They've been kind of doing that hard count all game, so we'll see if they are actually going to run a play or just try to pull a Wayne player off sides. It looks like Johnson's going to step back here to punt.
Vikings going for the conservative approach, fielded right around the 5-yard line, and Pacina beats the first special teams player before he's brought down near the 20. And there's a little bit of a scuffle happening around the 30-yard line, and Vikings and Blue Devils player are separated.
Pacina, very shifty back. About tackled there on the 4 or 5-yard line, but opens it up and gets upfield for about 16 more. And now they're sitting on the just on the other side of the 19, possibly the 20.
.314 to go. Hand off up the middle for Wayne. Gain of 5.
Yeah, great job by Pacina to kind of just run down a hill there as the whole line was kind of moving defenders forward. Essentially one of those things where you make contact at the line, but everybody keeps flowing with the ball, and now they're working with about a 2nd and 4.
Hand off again up the middle. Short gain, if any. Cleared the Vikings defensive line on that play for tying him up. That's going to be Noah Duncan with the credit for the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Duncan to kind of get in there and block up that hole a little bit alongside Austin Foltz.
3rd and 2 now, 2:05 to go. Vikings hoping to get that push. The Blue Devils do get across for another first down, it would appear. First and 10 now, under the 2-minute mark in this second half, and nothing doing. Good push by the defensive front of the Vikings.
And Austin Foltz alongside number 50, Noah Duncan, once again in the backfield. Give some credit as well to Jordan Jansen, who is kind of in the mix there. This clock continuing to tick down as the Wayne Blue Devils keep the ball on the ground.
Bowers drops back, looks for his receiver on the far side, can't find him. Good coverage on the play there by the defensive back of Lakeview.
I spoke a little too soon as they get out there. Nice defense by Lakeview, though, on those little out routes. Kind of some streaks on the outside, usually in an attempt to open up those little short outs. But nice job by those outside backers and safeties to stay on top of those and make sure they broke in time.
So 3rd and 10 now. Bowers dropping back to pass, going for a long one. It's floating up in the air. And incomplete pass. I thought for a second Trey Shanks came down with it, but they'll still be happy with forcing a punt for Wayne.
I keep getting bugs in my eyes.
What the?
I should have still been talking instead of getting upset about it, but that's in the past. No worries. Have a good day.
Fourth and 10 now, 1:19 to go in the half.
No, that's why I'm like...
And timeout taken by Wayne.
Kinda. I'm sorry.
Recapping the scoring drives and how this thing is shaken out to the 14-10 score that we currently sit at. Wayne got on the board first with a 26-yard touchdown pass from Bowers to Peyton Gamble. And Lakeview came back down and answered with a field goal of their own. That was the first quarter scoring. As for the second, Messina had a 17-yard touchdown run for the Blue Devils from 17 yards out on 4th down. Punched it in, giving his team a 14-3 lead, and you saw Dylan Johnson had a 7-yard touchdown midway through this second quarter to bring it within 4. 14-10 is the score. 1:19 to go. Very high punt, not very far, bounces at the 40. That was a net punt of 10 yards. We'll see where they spot it, but big break for Lakeview now. They have a chance with a short field to get something before the half. Johnson makes the roll out to the right, throws back across his body, has Trent Roth, catches it at the 15, touchdown, and just like that, Lakeview takes the 16-14 lead. 41-yard touchdown pass.
I can't deal with these bugs.
Sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry, Aaron, I wasn't talking to you.
And it took one play, but Lakeview strikes, and strikes fast. Dylan Johnson looked like he was going to roll out to the right. Instead, throws back down the seam to Trent Roth as the extra point is no good. So 2-point lead, 16-14. And you see the play here, Dylan Johnson dropping back, looked back to the right, and then threw it back along the left side and nails Trent Roth wide open. And it's nobody is going to catch him. He takes it in and gives his team the lead. So minute 2 to go. Homecoming night for the Vikings, and that is going to be a nice way to go into halftime if things stand as they are. But a minute and a half to go, or minute and 2 seconds, I should say, excuse me. Plenty of time for Wayne.
Yeah. That's the top or the bottom one?
So now if you're Coach Kurt Frenzen and the Vikings, you obviously want to go into halftime with a lead. You got to play some good defense here. Don't fall asleep. Take any downs off before the break and go into halftime with that advantage. Low kick fielded at the 6. Good return by the Blue Devils, getting near the 30-yard line after a return by Jackson. So 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line. The Blue Devils have 54 seconds to do something. Trips to the right. Bowers drops back. Looks like they're going to try to score here. And not going to take a knee or run out the clock. A pass of 5 yards approximately, and a timeout taken by the Blue Devils. Lakeview has 1 left. And with this timeout here by Wayne, they have none left in this half. 45.6 seconds remaining in this opening half. Coach Bear showing a lot of confidence in his sophomore quarterback. Sometimes when you're deep in your own territory with not a lot of time left to play before the half, a coach will elect to just run the clock out and go into halftime as is. Don't want to potentially force a turnover deep in your own territory and give the other team an opportunity to score prior to the break. But 65 yards to go for the Blue Devils. And they have 45 seconds to do it. Second and 4 officially. Bubble screen completed to the close side, and not a lot there. Good defense on the play. Reception by McBride. Didn't have really anywhere to go. A gain of 2. He did get out of bounds, though, which is a plus for Wayne. They do stop the clock. 39.8 seconds to go. Handoff up the middle. Interesting call by Wayne. They do get a first down, so the clock will stop while the chains get moved. That was Pacina with the carry. Excuse me, Davey. 31.7 seconds. Clock runs again. Bowers throws it up the middle, has a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. He still has room to run and is tackled just across the 40-yard line. Great pitch and catch. Peyton Gamble, the reception, and perfectly thrown ball. He was right in the middle of that zone coverage, but flag is on the field and a holding call against the Blue Devils. Wayne almost had a big break there, but unfortunately shoot themselves in the foot. Going to be marched back 10 more yards. And ball now at the 31 with only 17.9 seconds to go. We'll see if the Blue Devils run it here. Now it appears the kneeling formation, as they don't want to try to do anything here, and Blue Devils take a knee, and that will be how we go into half. And so 16-14 is how we go into halftime. We're going to take a little pause here while Grant catches up with Coach Beer of Wayne.
Thanks, Brandon. Coach, defensively, what adjustments are you guys going to have to make going into the second half?
Well, I think we got to corral those guys. They seem to get off tackle on us and then hit those seams, and I think we being a gap control, we know that there's going to be some seams. We just got to make sure we shore up our tackling. That's been a struggle for us, and just there's slippery suckers out there sliding all over the place. But I think we got to contain them and work on that.
And offensively, you guys were able to move the ball very successfully besides maybe one or two drives. What's working for you guys?
We hit those quick routes, and we're able to get our ball to those playmakers in space and just let them create. I think we had some real strong pushes by our I-backs and our fullback in there, and it was just a good push by the offense on that. And I'm very pleased with what the offense is doing.
All right, Coach, good luck, and we'll see you after the game.
Thank you very much.
See you. Brandon, back to you.